welcome the viewers who are watching us on ERi-TV, presenting you the domestic and international news prepared for this session, live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hermela Girmay, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. His Holiness Abuna Basilios gives benediction. Meeting to enhance public awareness. At least 50 killed in market attack in Nigeria's Niger state. And China and South Korea sign 9 cooperation agreements. On our domestic and brief, His Holiness Abuna Basilios VI, Patriarch of the Eritrean Orthodox Tewahedo Church, gave a benediction in connection with Christmas. His Holiness Abuna Basilios provided a comprehensive explanation of the spiritual meaning of the holiday. He extended his warm Christmas greetings to the Eritrean people at home and abroad, as well as to members of the Eritrean Defense Forces. Abuna Basilios also called on the faithful to extend their support to families of martyrs and to lend a hand to disadvantaged fellow nationals. The Southern Red Sea Region branch of the National Union of Eritrean Women held a meeting with the public and government workers in the port city of Asab on 3rd January aimed at enhancing organizational capacity and awareness among its members. At the meeting, Mrs. Saadia Ibrahim, head of the union branch, reported that the union, beyond ensuring the rights of women, has conducted commendable activities in the eradication of harmful practices, enhancing female participation in education, and organizing vocational training programs with a view to enabling women to become self-supportive and productive members of the society. Mrs. Saadia went on to say that encouraging female students to properly pursue their education and become competitive students is one of the priority activities of the union branch. She also called on parents to support their children. In related news, the Asab Subzone Administration conducted an activity assessment meeting of 2025. At the meeting, reports were presented on achievements registered and challenges encountered. The meeting was attended by representatives from the 3 administrative areas of the subzone. Mr. Burhane Kidana, acting administrator of the subzone, said that 80% of the 2025 plan of action has been implemented. A conference aimed at eradicating harmful practices in general and underage marriage and female genital mutilation in particular was conducted in Mandefera Southern Region on 5th January. The objective of the conference was to enhance the role of religious leaders and influential members of the society in the effort. Mr. Kalab Tasfasilase, Director General of Social Services in the region, noting that the prevalence of underage marriage and female genital mutilation has not been totally eradicated in the region, called on religious leaders to strengthen their participation in the eradication of harmful practices by using the influence and responsibility they have. Mr. Gabriel Takhlu, head of the Attorney General's office in the region, provided an extensive briefing on Eritrea's civil and criminal laws, indicating that marriages under 18 years of age and female genital mutilation are punishable under Eritrea's criminal law articles 615 and 537 respectively. He elaborated on the legal implications. Dr. Emmanuel Mehret Ab, head of the Ministry of Health branch in the region, on his part urged the public to abandon wrong beliefs and strengthen participation in the effort to eradicate harmful practices. The participants, on their part, expressed readiness to play their due role in the effort and called on the concerned institutions to conduct relentless public awareness-raising activities. Viewers, stay tuned for our international news right after the short break. Welcome back. At least 50 people have been killed and several others abducted after gunmen attacked a market in Nigeria's Niger state, according to the state's police. The attackers stormed a market in Demo village on Saturday afternoon, setting stalls on fire and looting food. Police said the gunmen, locally known as bandits, arrived on motorcycles and opened fire indiscriminately. Witnesses describe scenes of panic, saying women and children were not spared and bodies were still being recovered hours later. Police say efforts are underway to rescue those kidnapped, while the military has yet to comment. The assault comes weeks after more than 300 school children and staff were abducted in the same state and held for nearly a month. Bandit attacks and mass kidnappings continue to escalate across northwestern and central Nigeria as security forces struggle to contain the growing violence. Chinese and South Korean companies signed 9 cooperation agreements, authorities said today, during a state visit by South Korean President Lee Jae-myung to China. Speaking at the business forum, President Lee said that South Korea and China need to expand economic cooperation over artificial intelligence. The president also said cooperation in consumer goods such as household goods, beauty, food products, and cultural contents such as movies, music, games, and sports could also serve as a new breakthroughs. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung arrived for his 4-day state visit on Sunday, along with a delegation of more than 200 South Korean business leaders. Lee's visit to China's capital is the first since he took office in June and comes amid intensifying global tensions after North Korea launched ballistic missiles and the U.S. attack on Venezuela. Turkey's annual inflation rate slowed 30.89% in December, down from 31.07% in November, according to official figures released today. Data showed that consumer prices continued to rise across the 3 main expenditure groups, which carry the largest weights in the inflation basket, said the Turkish Statistical Institute. On an annual basis, prices increased by 28.31% for food and non-alcoholic beverages, 28.44% for transportation, and 49.45% for housing. 3 categories were also the largest contributors to the annual inflation rate. Food and non-alcoholic beverages contributed 7.07 percentage points, housing accounted for 7.52 percentage points, and transportation added 4.36 percentage points to the overall increase. Turkey has been wrestling with high inflation since the 2018 currency crisis, and elevated price pressures have eroded the purchasing power of households and businesses. The country's central bank has been gradually cutting its benchmark 1-week repo rate since mid-2025. Dear viewers, we are done with the news prepared for this session, and now it's time for a quick recap of the major headlines. His Holiness Abuna Basilios gives benediction. Meeting to enhance public awareness. At least 50 killed in market attack in Nigeria's Niger state. And China and South Korea signed 9 cooperation agreements. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. Thank you for having us and have a blessed one. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday.